No worries. Listen, I'll see you in half an hour. Good luck. If I need you on the, I'll be on the radio anyway if I need you. Well guys, how's things? Back on the live stream again. This is my 30-second alone challenge. We're in the garden of Ducketts Grove, and we're actually in the area where, I'm not going to say it out loud, but the area where the banshee has been seen and heard on many occasions. So I'll be here for 30 minutes. So how's everybody going? Hope you are all having a good weekend, a good Saturday evening. This challenge will be mainly done in the dark. So I'm just glad to have you guys along with me. Now I'm just going to give you a little bit of history about what happened here earlier. The folks, to see around this part, we just can't really see. Hold on, I'll just turn. If you can see with this full spectrum camera, this is where it's supposed to be. And you see this hedge here, just across this hedge, our David and Tracy and Nina from Carrickfergus Paranormal, they were in here earlier on, and what they seen was absolutely amazing. They came into contact with a female spirit who kept on running around the place and kept on popping its head over the hedge. It would run to one part, pop its head over the hedge and run round again and pop. It kept on popping its head over at a different location to where the hedge was. And they got in contact with it through a spirit box and asked it numerous questions. And it answered the questions all right and told them that they were welcome. But when they said had it got a name, it refused to give a name. So basically you can tell what that is when it refused to give a name. It's very quiet here at the minute, very eerily quiet. So here we are. I've got a walkie-talkie with me, guys, in case anything happens. And my mate and colleague Damien, he's got the other walkie-talkie. He's actually in the top garden. I'm down in the bottom garden. And basically what's going to happen, if I do need anybody, if I do need any help whatsoever, if anything does happen, because sometimes it's not just spirits can be down around these places. You know, these places are famous for being broken into and trespassed by the likes of, you know, thugs and vandals and stuff like that. So it mightn't necessarily spirits be my problem this evening. So if I do need any help, all I have to do is radio Damien, and what he's going to do, he's going to shout to the ones up in the barn that I would need help down here. And should that be the case, hopefully it'll not be the case. But again, guys, you're just looking at the darkness, and you know, I have learned a hell of a lot this weekend working along with other paranormal teams. We have Carrickfergus paranormal researchers, we have Night Terrors Paranormal, and we have RIP Ireland Paranormal here, as well as Paranormal Shenanigans. It's been an eye-opener of a weekend, the most active place we have ever investigated. A real beautiful place, absolutely amazing place, so it is. And I've learned a lot, just talking to the different members from different teams and being given advice, being given tips, so basically the advice and the tips that we've been given, we'll be putting that into practice within the Paranormal Shenanigans team. It's an absolutely amazing bunch of people that we've been working alongside over the weekend. Been absolutely brilliant. So so hopefully guys you won't find this boring at all, because as I said, it's going to be done in the dark. There'll be no lights at all, unless I feel the need to make my way around if I can't see or whatever. But that's what we've been getting used to all weekend as well, is actually investigating without the use of torches, but basically using our night vision. And also without the use of torches, it actually helps you see the shadow figures a hell of a lot better, so it does. And we've seen a couple this weekend so far. We've had loads of communication. I'm sorry I haven't done any lengthy live streams, but we've had to take into consideration the teams that we're working with. You know, but I think this is about the 4th or 5th short live stream we've done this weekend. So, yes, are grand. So what's the crack, folks? Are you all enjoying your Saturday night? Since I'm down here by myself, I may as well converse. Does anybody want to ask me any questions? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to take a walk up round. Now don't worry guys, I'm not breaking the challenge, because I'm in the bottom garden, Damien's up in the top garden. So I'm not breaking. As long as I stay within the bottom garden, I'm grand. I'm just going to take a walk up round to where our David and all had the activity earlier on, because there wasn't much happening down where I was standing. I'm going to go up around where this figure was popping its head over the hedges all the time. You know, so hopefully maybe get a wee bit of activity. In a while I'll pull out the SB11 and see can I make any communication. And funny enough, just before I came down here, the lady who runs Carrickfergus Paranormal Researcher said that she was down here. There was no activity took place apart from which was on her way down earlier on, and she said she saw this figure running across the garden at her. So God knows what we'll get this evening or tonight. I just know that last night when myself and Damien were walking around here and live streaming, there was very, very little activity. You know, very, very little activity. So this is where our David and all got the activity earlier on. And funny enough, to see just as where the camera's facing, well, you just can't really see because it's dark. One of the guys from the Carrickfergus team a couple of years ago was here, and just where my camera's facing, he took a photograph, and the figure of a woman holding a child appeared. And this is where we were doing all the communication earlier on, and it was a lady, and basically she would only let Nina, Tracy and David in past this gate. Nobody else was allowed into the compound. She would only let them three in. Nobody else was allowed in. Our David's name has been getting called left, right and centre during different spirit box sessions today. Whereas last night it was my turn. My name was getting called out all over the place. All you could hear was Pabs this and Pabs that and Pabs the other. And now tonight it seems to be David's turn. And I just heard footsteps. So this is the area said to be the most active. This is actually supposed to be. This is actually the old garden. This is the original Ducketts Grove garden, the section that I'm in. So I'm grand, Joni. Thank you very much. Carmel, we're coming back tomorrow. We're going heading home tomorrow. We're just down yesterday and today, and then we have to be away for 12 noon tomorrow. I don't want to go home, to be honest. I can remember, members of the other paranormal teams that are with us, they would have been describing Ducketts Grove to us before we came down, and they would have said, it just feels like home. And as soon as I got here, guys, that's just the feeling that I got. It feels like home. It really, really does. There's such a welcoming atmosphere. Although at night time and even during the daytime when you're walking around, you just come into contact with different energies. But I've never really had a bad energy. You know what I mean? So it's a really, really beautiful place. And one thing I do know is that at the next weekend that's organised, I'm going to come. I'll be back here. I'll definitely be back. Our insurance will be through on a couple of weeks. But it actually takes a lot to get in here, so it does. The lady that runs the Carrickfergus team continually has to fight to get in here. And of course, you have to have your risk assessment, your health and safety. Basically, your team has to have a code of conduct, and that's what we'll be writing up for the Paranormal Shenanigans team, will be a code of conduct. And because we'll have insurance, we'll be able to start taking people out on investigations. And that's what's going to happen with the people who have donated the money to us over the course of the last month or so. The people who have been kind enough to donate anything, they'll be the people getting the first choice to come out on investigations with us. And that's what we'll be able to do. Our insurance will cover that. But that's what we're going to have to do. The people who come out with us, they're going to have to read and sign the health and safety and risk assessments. They're going to have to read and sign the code of conduct, because the code of conduct isn't just for team members, it's basically for people who come out with us too. And the number one thing about a paranormal investigation is health and safety, guys. Basically people who don't sign anything, well, basically they don't come out with us. That's just the way it is, So that's right, Orla. I better watch that I don't get grabbed, is right. What happened? We just hear what happened earlier, guys. I'm in the garden, which is a big high wall around it. But just outside the gates is a wee grove. That's why it's called Ducketts Grove. It's like a wee bridge with a tunnel underneath it. And that's where I done a live stream earlier, and we were getting lots of activity. You could hear the spirits running around you. And it wasn't animals, because you could hear the thud. You could hear the rustle of the leaves, but you could also hear the thud on the ground of actually people's feet. And the spirits were all around us earlier. But when we left, another team came in, and they were sitting in the tunnel and got chased out of it, And guys, did any of you see that? Did any of you see that, guys? A shadow just ran past me. I don't know whether you've noticed that. Well, it's dark, but I have this full spectrum light on. It doesn't give much light. But a shadow just ran past me there now. And basically that's what our David and the two girls were saying that was happening earlier on. The shadow was running about and putting its head up all over the place. And that's what I just ran straight past me there now. I don't know whether you've seen that on the camera. Joni, we have to have insurance in case anybody has an accident and injures themselves. Because if we didn't have insurance, then I would be liable myself, and Oh, Amy, the red light in front of me, that was just a reflector from a traffic cone that's sitting down at the bottom of the garden, Don't don't worry, it's nothing paranormal. Nothing paranormal. That's right, Carmel. Whatever live streams I've done, I probably will download them off Facebook and put them up on YouTube, because the camcorder that Clodagh usually uses for the YouTube footage, I tried using it today and it would work, and then it would malfunction. It would work and it would malfunction. And that is actually a trend that has been going on here all weekend. Different investigators' equipment has been malfunctioning. Batteries have been draining very, very quickly. Even a few investigators have had the energy drained out of them. That's why I have actually banned from the team that nobody is allowed to give the Spurs permission anymore to use our energy, because basically, no matter how many prayers we do to protect ourselves, if you give a spirit permission, then all them prayers are just out the window. So we don't give the Spurs permission to use our energy anymore. So yeah, I know the screen's black, guys. I thought because I had the full spectrum light on, you might have saw something, but no, obviously not. So, but it's oh, another thing too, a bit of good news. We were all sitting around the campfire last night, around 3 o'clock this morning actually, and one of the girls from one of the other teams put on her spirit box, and we got a spirit come through to us by the name of Gabriel, and Gabriel kept on saying my name. It turns out that Gabriel is actually a spirit from the lockkeeper's house on Uri Towpath, who has been following us about from investigation to investigation. Now, don't worry, he's not an attachment. He hasn't followed any of us home. He just loves to hang out with the group. That's what he made clear through the spirit box. Actually, a really, really friendly spirit, a really down-to-earth spirit, who actually made us laugh. So that was a wee piece of good news, to find out that Gabriel has been actually hanging out with the team and coming out on investigations with us. That was good. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry about the dark, but this is the way hopefully investigations will be carried out from now on, unless we're actually in an area where there's steep hills or maybe jagged rocks or whatever. Then we'll be using torches. But if we're just basically on flat ground like this, then we're going to be we're just going to be doing our investigations in the dark from now on. That is actually the way an investigation should be done. That's one of the things I've learned here over the course of the weekend. And as I said earlier, you know, it makes it a lot easier to see the likes of the black shadow figures. I mean, if I had a torch on this evening, guys, I mightn't have seen that black shadow figure running past me a few minutes ago. And I'm actually just heading back towards the spot now where it ran past me. But yeah, look, I don't know why you can see the stars. Still might be too black for you to see. I'm waiting to see this damn comet. It's always been too cloudy any time the comet's been about. And I'd love to get a good shot of the comet, but I haven't bloody well seen it. You know? But that's it. Was that your second name, Shane Gabriel? Well, your namesake has been coming on the investigations with us, so I have to say he's very welcome, you know, because we had good crack with him through the spirit box in the early hours of this morning. That was absolutely brilliant, and the lady's spirit box is called a Radio Shack. It's actually one of the best spirit boxes you can get. Very, very clear, but very, very rare. I'm looking for ages to get my hands in one and can't. And his answers were just so clear coming through. So absolutely brilliant communication with Gabriel in the early hours of this morning. It was great. But brilliant communication all weekend from the Spurs folks. You know, absolutely amazing. I'm sure you remember the investigations that we done at Glade Court in Talonstown in County Louth and the activity that we got there. Do you see this place, Ducketts Grove? It just blows Glade Court out of the water. Really, really does. So, oh, we will, Amy. We'll be using the motion sensors. Yeah, we'll be using the ramp pods. We'll just not flooding the place with bright lights anymore. I thought I saw a shadow figure, but it was just whatever way my full spectrum light came down against the hedges. It wasn't. But the first time definitely was. It was definitely no mistake, because it ran past me at a rate of knots. You know. But yeah, this place just blows Glade Court out of the water. And when I finish this 30-minute challenge, I'm heading back into the main house, so I am. I'll try my best to get another live stream out tonight, guys. Whether I will or not, I don't know. As I said, I had to take into consideration other people that mightn't want to appear in live stream, you know. So I will try my best. But I could do with staying here for another couple of nights. Oh. Don't know why you heard that, guys. I know you can hear my footsteps, but I'm only after hearing footsteps coming to the right of me here. You can't see that gate because it's too dark. But I've heard footsteps coming from that direction. But earlier on, down by the bridge, the Spurs running around us, it was amazing. And even where we're camped out, folks, we're camped out round beside the stables. Even there is a hive of activity. I mean, last night we were sitting around the campfire and we were listening to the laughs and the shouts and the footsteps of child spirits who would have played around that area. And the teams that have been here before us have said, yes, that's a common occurrence. You know, you can sit there at night and, you know, you can hear the children, the spirits of the children running directly past you. And you can hear them laughing and shouting. It was an absolutely amazing experience. I mean, this place is just something else. Just something else, Ducketts Grove. You know, the lady who runs Carrickfergus Paranormal Researcher says to me, Ducketts Grove holds a special place in her heart. I can tell you what, guys, this is only my first weekend here, and it already holds a special place in mine too. You know? So... do you ever get that feeling that you're being followed? There's the starry plough. I don't know whether you can see it, but the comet is supposed to be seen at the southwest of the starry plough. The only thing is there's a lot of cloud there as well below the starry plough, so can't see any bloody comet. You know, so that's the crack, guys. Hey, Michelle. 30 minutes is near up, how Orla says. Oh, so it is. I'm meant to be out of here in a couple of minutes. I forgot about the time, guys. That was me just fucking harping on. Wait there to get the SB11 on. And we'll see if I can make communication with anybody. I have to say, it's been a great challenge, although really nothing has happened apart from that shadow running past me. So we'll see if anything can get on in the spirit box. Good evening, spirits. Is there anybody here who would like to come forward and make contact with me? My name is Pabs, and I'm not here to harm you in any way, shape or form. I'm just here to try and make a bit of contact. I'm here with the utmost respect to you and to the spirits of Ducketts Grove. Have we anybody here at all? Is anybody would like to say hello to me? That's right, Amy, I was just loving the banter with you. I just forgot all about the spirit box. And I was too busy looking around as well to see if we could see any spirits or shadow figures. You know, really that was the only incident we had earlier on, was when that shadow figure came past me at a rate of knots. And we're not getting much on the spirit box either. Yeah, thanks very much indeed, Martin. I've enjoyed it myself, so I have. It's the first challenge of its kind that we've done here in Paranormal Shenanigans. But I do promise there will be many more. Maybe not this weekend, but in future weekends and future investigations. Now, because this weekend has been so tiring, all we have been doing is investigating. I don't know whether there's going to be oh, something just touched me, guys. Something just tapped me in the arm. Holy shit. I don't know whether we're going to have an investigation during the week. Well, our investigations during the week are usually offline anyway, but I might just tell the team just to take the week off, and we'll be back live maybe next Saturday night. Of course, there's only me, David and Damien from Paranormal Shenanigans here at the minute. But we're absolutely shattered. It was just great, Orla. It was just great. You wouldn't have tuned in otherwise. Thanks very much, Stephen. Cheers. That's right, Karen. It did. It went back too far. It went by too fast. Is right. That's right, Shane. Definitely better in the dark. Definitely. There's more of an atmosphere when it's pitch black. More of an atmosphere. So, spirits, I'm going to go now in the next minute. If there's any of you would like to come forward and just say hello, cheerio, I would really appreciate it. So would the viewers. No? Ah, that's right, the full spectrum light. Holy shit! Oh my fucking god! Oh my god, did you guys know? Obviously you didn't see that because it's black. A figure just popped up over the hedge and back down again, just like it did earlier on with our David and the two gears that were in the compound. Just popped up over the hedge and back down again. Holy shit. Oh. So maybe that was them trying to say cheerio, give him a one last glance before it go. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. This definitely has been a great alone challenge, so it has. A real great alone challenge. And I know people who would have freaked out doing this here. You know something, guys, paranormal investigation isn't for the faint-hearted. If you're easily frightened, don't get into it. But no, listen guys, it's been absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing doing this here, and it's been amazing having you guys along for the company, you know. So listen, I hope you all enjoyed it, folks. Hope you have all enjoyed it. Nothing's coming through the spirit box. Mustn't want to say anything. Oh. Well, here, guys, the energy has definitely changed. I don't know whether you can pick it up on the live stream. You can hear my echo all over the place. And that's something that wasn't happening during the investigation. It definitely wasn't. I can hear myself all around this garden now. And you can just feel the change of energy. I know I'm being followed for a fact. But as I say, it's our first time here as well. And when the spirits do see new people, they are a bit wary. You know, now we have got communication fair enough over the course of the weekend. But and I'm very, very grateful for that, because for a while there, you know, the communication that we had, it had dried up, so it had. You know, it really had dried up. We weren't getting much communication during the live streams. And this weekend has just been amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you very much, Alicia. Thank you. That's me walking, Karen. Yes, that's me walking. But I can also hear footsteps behind me. Thanks very much, guys. Thank you very, very much indeed. I really enjoyed this. It's been a brilliant 30 minute alone challenge. What time is it now? I've actually gone 4 minutes over my time, so I better get back up in case the rest of the team start to worry about me, because they all know that I'm down here, obviously. That's what I mean. You'll have to let people know where you're going at all times during the course of the weekend. So folks, listen, thank you so much for joining me here on the Alone Challenge. It's been a pleasure having you, a pleasure talking to you. We've had a couple of things happen. We've had a black shadow figure run past at a rate of knots. We've had footsteps behind me. We've had a figure jump off from behind the hedge and down again. Has it scared me? A tiny bit. A tiny bit. Not much. A tiny bit. So, thanks very much, guys, and I'll try and get another live stream out later. If I don't, I'll see you all in the next investigation next week. But until then, take care and God bless, guys, and thank you so much. See you all later.